All right, fourth graders, I'm going to read to you the article for today, afterwards making sure that you are looking back at the text for your evidence and then answering your question in Google Classroom. So follow along as I'm reading. It says, in wake of Maria, U.S. mainland could see climate-fueled migration of Puerto Ricans. Washington, D.C. Hurricane Maria struck Puerto Rico with a terrible force last Wednesday. It destroyed houses and washed away roads. It left Puerto Rico's 3.4 million people in the dark after power lines were knocked down. Puerto Rico is not a foreign country. It is part of the United States. It is what is known as the Commonwealth. Like other Americans, Puerto Rico has the right to move anywhere in the United States. Hurricane Maria caused so much damage, many Puerto Ricans may be forced to leave the island. Most would move to the U.S. mainland. Millions could flee island for U.S. mainland. Last Tuesday, Puerto Rico Governor Ricardo Rossello said that the island needs help badly. The U.S. government must quickly provide a huge amount of aid, he said. Otherwise, thousands, if not millions of people could be forced to leave the island for the U.S. mainland. That could cause problems for the U.S., which is not prepared to handle so many new people. Major storms like Hurricane Maria are happening more often these days. Scientists say global warming is causing the damage. Global warming is mostly caused by humans. It is caused by the use of fossil fuels like coal and oil. When these fuels are burned, they give off gases that trap heat in the atmosphere. Over time, that trapped heat makes temperatures rise all over the world. Global warming causes bigger storms. Global warming is not only causing more and more bigger storms, it is also bringing other problems, including flooding and droughts. Scientists say these problems will continue until we cut back on our own use of fossil fuels. As storms, flood, and droughts increase, more and more people may be pushed out of their homes. They may be forced to migrate or move in search of a new home. This is already happening in some parts of the world. In Africa, climate change forced 1 million people to leave their homes in 2015. In the Pacific, people have been forced to leave small islands such as Tuvalu and Kiribati. All these people have to find new homes, and settling them can be a real problem. U.S. may not be ready to handle refugees. Maria may bring similar problems to the U.S. because Maria caused so much damage. Large numbers of Puerto Ricans could be forced to move to the U.S. mainland. Many worry that the U.S. is not ready to handle such a situation. For one thing, there may not be enough housing for so many people. Jesse Cannon studies how many people adapt to climate change. Maria has him worried. Let's just say 350,000 leave, Cannon says. Of those, let's just say half end up in cities. There would still be nowhere enough housing for them. New York is home to many Puerto Ricans. Look at New York City, Cannon said. New York has the greatest number of Puerto Ricans outside of the island. It has several Puerto Rican neighborhoods where new arrivals would most likely settle. These include East Harlem, Bushwick, and parts of the Bronx. But it would be difficult for these areas to take in a wave of newcomers. There are currently few empty apartments and rents are high. Kennan thinks that New York should start preparing for the mass migration. The city of New York right now needs to set up a plan to house these people, he said. In addition, many of the newcomers would need a great deal of help, he said. For example, they might need job training or medical care. The city needs to be prepared to provide such services. Finding a new job could be tough for some. Patia also studies the link between global warming and migration. A disaster like Maria forces people to migrate without a chance to plan or prepare, she said. That can make it harder for them to find new jobs. Natasha Link Oker-Bannon is a New York City lawyer. Last Tuesday, she got a call from a friend in Puerto Rico. Her friend asked if she could help him find a job in the city. He is somebody I never imagined asking that, she said. All right, make sure that you're working on your exit ticket, working on PACES, PACECES. Good luck. See you tomorrow.